Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is a new Stitchy week. It's full of new challenges, and we're going to go through all of them with you. Tonight, we have Vicki from Reading and Stitching, also the headmistress of Magical Stitches, Harriet from Stitch by Stitch Recovery on FlossTube, and then Lisa from Shady Tree Stitchers on FlossTube or Paddock Lane Designs on Facebook. So, all right, we have weekly for Magical Stitches. We have monthly for Magical Stitches so that you can get your planning in early. We have weekly for Daily 30. Enchanted hasn't put theirs out yet. And then we have a couple other odds and ends to go through. So why don't you go ahead and start with the weekly, Vicki?
Okay, before I start, I got a question. Are we going to do the reading ones too, or are we just going to do the stitching ones?
No, we just do stitching.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Readings were good this month. Okay, so we are starting our Kingdom Keepers book 4, Power Play. They're getting a little bit thicker, a little bit more in depth. A lot more characters are starting to make their appearance. So the first thing we're starting off is we are starting off at Disney Quest. A few years ago, Disney did close this, but it's like a 5-story arcade, giant arcade. So for the first task, the Kingdom Keepers are playing in Disney Quest, which is like an extravagant video game arcade. Stitch 500 stitches on a whip that resembles something in a video game. Sammy, what's the order? We did not go through that.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm after you with Lisa after me and Harriet following Lisa.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Something in a video game.
You could do your oh, the one you hate, the alphabet, the creatures, because there's always weird creatures in video games.
I'm not. I don't wanna. I rebel. Okay, let me pull it up so y'all can kind of go through this with me and see what we've got here. We could do fairy tales.
Kingdom Keepers, yeah, that would go in there with the Disney video games, yeah.
I have one though I need y'all to look at. I should have had this up, I'm sorry. Because this is gonna be my my 29th leap year start tonight. So it'd help if it fits into homework.
The 29th, I can start something today.
What about that? Does that look like something you could see on a video game?
Yeah, because you would have to play, if you and I played a video game together, we would play as partners.
Right.
Or you've got to run to the home. You've got to try and get yourself through the little maze to get home.
Right. Well, and kind of the pixelated look even of.
Well, let's ask Harriet. Harriet, what do you think? Harriet?
I think I play the most video games out of everyone.
My Xbox is packed.
The little sheep looks like it could be from Stardew Valley, so that would really work. The home also looks like a home from the video games. And yeah, you make friends through video games and you have friends. So
if you want to relate it to the Disney, Disney has a game called Kingdom Keepers, which I love, and they have a house in there. They have to sometimes go in and explore the houses. So
awesome. So there we go.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing, but my photo just jumped. So do you want to skip me and come back in a sec?
Okay, Harriet?
Right. Wow. So there's this game that I absolutely love, like love, 110% love, and it's called Jurassic Evolution. I think it's called Jurassic Evolution. I hope it's called Jurassic Evolution. So because it's a game based on dinosaurs, I could definitely stitch on my A to Z of dinosaurs for that one.
About time.
Yeah.
You owe me some stitches, darling. I did like 7,000 stitches on George this month.
I do. I have 6 dinosaurs finished. So, you know.
All right, crap. I'm probably going to still owe you stitches.
I haven't checked the tally yet. I haven't checked
it in there.
My life has been work.
Work. I was thinking the same idea, little creatures and things that you would do. So I was thinking of working on my Sleepy Hollow with all its little Halloween-y sort of characters, because that's also one of the ones I've declared for something else we'll get to that. So I want to try and maximize them.
Okay, so I kind of went into a different thinking because, you know, Mario always has to rescue Princess Peach. So I'm thinking of working on, because I've got to do 500 stitches on this anyway. So I'm thinking about working on my medieval ladies. What do you think,
Mhm.
Harriet? Would that work? Because we have to rescue the princesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
This looks like a Princess Peach type dress, doesn't it?
It
Yep.
does. And the light blue one on my right hand side looks like she could be from like Zelda or something.
This one?
No, the other one. Yeah. The one next to it. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Next one.
Oh, me. Me. So we only have 2 tasks this month. It is a holiday weekend this week in the States. It is 4th of July weekend. So task 2, the crash test dummies have been following the Kingdom Keepers around Epcot. Stitch on one whip that has items that start with the letters C, T, and D for 500 stitches. Penalty stitches this for each one of those this week is 750 if anyone is interested. Hmm.
C, T, and D. Okay.
Back up my whoops.
Autumn wreath.
What did I want to work on? Okay, well, what's an autumn wreath? Let's see.
Well, actually, that's 500. That'd be 1,000 back stitches. Never mind. Don't do autumn wreath.
Oh, that's a lot of backstage.
Lady of the Flag. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my Lady of the Flag. It's 4th of July weekend, and we have to work on Lady of the Flag.
What else?
What's the D in Lady of the Flag?
Her dress.
Oh my gosh.
She's not naked. No naked on Zoom, remember?
I know. I made the rule no naked on Zoom. Yeah. It's been a long day, guys. Not as long
Mythical
as yours, yeah.
creatures.
Let's look at this one because I did not get around to working on this last week, and we can see what I could do here.
Oh.
So,
There's a crab.
there's a crab.
There's a
There's a
dolphin
tree, and there's a tree.
And there's a tree
and a dolphin. Yeah.
and a dolphin.
DTD and shores.
Cool. I'd
I'll-
like you to work on that one. All right. Can you find me a C in this one? Oh, yes, it's a cottage. The name of the
I
piece.
found one.
I mean, the T is the tree, and the D is the door.
Okay.
So my beach cottage will be my one for that.
Yes.
Harriet.
So, surprisingly, I'm not. So, can you guys see a D in this one? I have a cloak for the C and I have a tie for the T, but I can't see a D.
He's dressed.
I don't think we take that though.
It's a robe. A robe is a type of dress.
Surely there's
Is
a
he in
type of,
dress robes? Is he in dress robes?
Dress robes, yeah.
Yes, I
He-
could say dress robes. I could also say there's a find a tree that starts with D and use that.
Like a dogwood.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's a
that would
super
work,
cool,
wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
super cool Hufflepuff picture there, Harriet.
Yep.
Okay. So, well, I already told Sammy what she should work on. She ignored me. So I'm going to work on my Lady of the Flag. Here's my photo. Because it is 4th of July, I'm restarting her. So for my C, she has a crown on her head. For my T, she is holding a torch. And for my D, she is wearing a dress.
Lovely.
And that's it for this week's homework. Very simple. 2 prompts.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to hand it over to Lisa and go ahead and do the weekly for Daily 30, and then we'll do
Okay.
the monthly for Magical, only so that I don't have to keep flipping pages in my book. So it's
Makes sense to stick to weeklies. All right. Well, you're not going to get nearly as much information from me this time because it's actually a really cool story, but it's like a whole story and you got to read the whole thing. So I'm just going to give you the prompt instead of me usually giving you the information. And it's usual thing, build a challenge is available. You can do 100, 200 or 300 stitches for each prompt and double if you wish. So number 1, you have to stitch on a whip that has something that would have a light bulb.
Okay, that'll put Harriet first.
Harriet is not ready for this one. Something that would have a light bulb. Like, does it have to show the light bulb?
It says something
Or-
that would have a light bulb. As usual, we have no specific information on the closed shells group, but only our common sense and our opinions. So we take no responsibility for if you take our advice and we're wrong, but you can't ask questions. So yeah.
I've thought of one, but I don't have it here. And hear me out on this. Shakespeare's fairies, because they're carrying the lanterns.
That would work.
There'd be a light bulb in there, wouldn't there?
There could be. Very well.
Yeah, depends on how modern they are. If they're modern day adaptations, they have a battery powered light bulb.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm thinking I could double dip and use my Lady of the Flag, because wouldn't her torch need a light?
You could if it was an electrical torch instead of a fire torch.
Is it a
And
fire
the-
torch? What kind of torch is it though? It doesn't. The
It's
Statue of
normally-
It could be.
The Statue of Liberty has a light torch, so
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
I'm going to stick with Shores of Cochrane Hollow because the lighthouse would have a very big light bulb in it.
No, it wouldn't.
And I'm going a totally different angle from the rest of you. And I'm going to do Springhouse Trio because the house has rooms which have light bulbs in them. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, the next one is stitch on a piece you can somehow tie into laundry. Be
Mhm.
creative.
Okay. So should I? Well, so I could do Violet because she would obviously wash her dress, which would go through the laundry. But if I was being super, super creative, I would use, just bear with me, I would use Anzac because you could put the sails of the ship in the laundry.
Yeah.
And you wash wool in the
I was going to say,
laundry.
the clothes
So-
you make out of the sheep in the laundry.
Yeah.
Well, even that water, you could use the water to
True.
wash.
Okay, I'm not going to be super creative today. I'm going to be quite boring. Because, dear Lord, these soldiers need their uniforms washed. They're a little stinky.
We haven't done that for a long time.
And I don't find that quite as boring as mine. Irony. The opposite of wrinkly. From the laundry company.
From your laundry series.
I like that
I'm-
one.
I'm pretty sure that has something to do with laundry.
Oh, it does.
It's got washing machines in it anyway. That's awesome. You're literal. All right, mine is one I don't have on my camera yet because I only just got it on the weekend. The
Oh,
samurai.
he's pretty.
Yeah, and he
That's
needs
really
to wash his
cool.
clothes, so he's my laundry piece because he needs to wash that kimono or whatever the male version is called. Okay, the next one is a pretty flexible prompt. Stitch on a whip that has tucked you in at night. So you could do anything really. Something you stitched on just before you went to bed is how I'm reading that.
Yeah, so that would be Violet because I have actually stitched her in bed right before turning off my light and going to bed.
So it would be George, because I have literally fallen asleep with a needle in my hand in my chair. Woke up with the needle going, oh,
He could also be a sheet that you used to tuck yourself in.
it really could, because it is
Like,
freaking
it's so
huge.
big.
to go just slightly different thought here, I would probably do home, because home is where I tuck myself in at night.
Oh, that's a good one.
So in that same instance, a house or anything like that could work.
Hmm. Well, I'm just going to go with the bedtime story of Spooky Hollow, and then I can double dip. So
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking for that one. All right, and the next one is also very general. Put stitches into a piece you've worked on by the light of a window.
It's literally all my pieces.
Mine too.
Can you repeat that?
By the light of a window. You have stitched on it by the light of a window. So it could be any, yeah, exactly, anything you've stitched on in there.
Yeah.
Harriet, what are you picking?
Probably Anzac, because it's the easiest one to pick. It's at the top of my pile, and I don't have to show another picture.
I'm kind of bored here because I have to go with George because I've got to get George done.
Yeah, I'm actually going to use the new start for tomorrow, the Love Friends Home, because when I start it, I'll be stitching it by the window, and I can double dip.
Yep, and I'm going to double dip as well with my other one from Magic, which will be Beach Cottage, because I have actually stitched that by the light of my window. All right, and then the next one is a bit more tricky. So it's 300, well, no, you don't have to do all 300 stitches, but you can. You get 10 bonus tokens if you do all 300 stitches on the one project. And you have to stitch a whip and tie it into the letters in FBI.
So it has to have an object on there, but you have to tie it into FBI.
It says somehow tie it into one of the letters in FBI. So you can do 100 stitches for something with F if you want, or 100, 200 for something with F. But if you choose to do 300 and you cover F, B, and I on the one project, you get 10 bonus tokens.
Right.
And we're also good at letter ones.
I'm like 100% certain I'd be able to find something that had FB and FBI on here.
There's definitely insects.
Like there's a boat and
there's
an insect,
and
then
a frog.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Surely there's a frog.
Surely there's a frog. If not, there's animals with fur.
Yeah. Is there really not a frog?
No, there probably is.
Oh, there's a fish.
A
fish
there you
works.
go.
So many fish. How did I not see a fish?
You weren't looking?
Well, mine's going to be George because there's a flag, there's a boat, and there's ice.
So simple.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to double dip the new start again because if I need 500 on it for magical stitches, it's going to fit at least 2 prompts on Cheryl's. So we've got friends. We've got a bird. There's a little bird up here and a little bird down here. And ivy going around each of the circles.
Nice. That's
There
a
you
really
go.
cute one.
Yeah.
So cute. All right, and I can't show you mine, nor can I talk about it, but I have a secret stitch that I have designing for something that has all 3 in it. So I will do that. And that is the end of Cheryl's.
Okay.
And her monthly's not out yet, so that'll be next week, I guess.
Yep. All right. So I will pull up the monthly for magical stitches. Again, we're in Kingdom Keepers. So I'm going to just read this as quick. We would like to invite you to participate in this relaxing meet and greet activity in the hotel lounge each month. You should bring your stitching to see if you can meet with other resort guests. The stitching activity will require you to meet a prompt with your stitching. Don't worry if you can't finish them all in one sitting. You have the entire month of June.
Now it's supposed to be July. I have a typo.
Haha. I didn't even, yeah.
It's okay. Everybody's done that. We all know.
You have the entire month of July. Okay. What 2 whips are calling you? Which do you pick? Stitch 300 stitches on the whip that draws your attention. Can't choose. Stitch 300 stitches on the second one for 3 bonus points.
Now those bonus points might come in handy because they'll count towards the total monthly stitch count.
Right.
So if you miss 3 points, there you go. There's 3 points. There you are.
But they don't count against you if you don't get them. Whereas if you any other problems, if you miss it, it would count against you. So catch me if I'm wrong here, but I'm assuming we'll all just find random whips throughout the month, right?
Yeah.
Just 2 whips. Okay.
2 things that are calling to us at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After homework's done and okay. The Overkeepers are halting all the progress that the Kingdom Keepers are making. Stitch on a whip that is stitching up slow. Explain why it's slow.
2.
How many stitches?
300.
300.
Everything is 300.
So that'll put you first, Lisa.
Oh, me first. Okay. Well, that is very easy. You've seen it before, but I don't know if I have a picture from it. I would stitch on my Anzac because it is stitching up slowish because I haven't done anything on it for a while and because it's on the lovely 40 count, which we know how much I love. So yeah, Anzac for me.
Harriet?
So dinosaurs. Because of the amount of confetti in there, it'd have to be dinosaurs. Stitches
Mine,
up way too slow.
oh, sorry, Harriet. I thought you were done talking. I apologize.
Oh,
was all
well,
excited.
basically.
I was all excited about this chart. Even though I love it, I'm just my Yellowstone because anytime I stitch on it, if I stitch on it for a prompt, I have to do 600. I have to double it because I'm doing in half stitches. So I love it, but oh, it's so slow.
Are you glad you're doing it in 10 stitches though? Do you think it's getting it through it faster?
I think so, and I really love it. I mean, look at the detail. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
All right, Sammy, your turn.
Sorry, I got a sick kid.
Legendary creatures.
No. Family Patchwork. This is the Stitch Along for Modern Folk Embroidery, and I am still up here in January. Like, whenever I pull it out, it just goes slow. I don't know if it's that I'm working with the variegated thread and I like overthink where I put my stitches or what, but it's going slow for me. Okay, number 3. The Kingdom Keepers have lost the fob to return home. If it isn't found, they are going to be stuck in the sleeping syndrome. Stitch 300 stitches on a project in which you have lost something. Beads, the pattern, the floss, fabric, etc.
Lost something. I don't know. I've lost a needle maybe. I will do this one because I know the needle went walkabouts from this one at one stage, which is, I didn't share, did I? I just clicked on it and I'm looking at it. This one, which is Summer from the Cricket Collection.
There it is.
It came up just in time.
Okay, Harriet.
So I'm going to stitch on Emerald Mermaid because I lost 2 skeins of the thread I need for this project. I think I actually vacuumed them up, but I can't find them. I have to buy new ones.
Oh no. I am going to work on my Advent animals because when I was putting them together in the little binding that I use, I had lost the kangaroo design. I didn't know where it was, so I had to reprint it.
Okay, I'm going to use this one, Key to My Heart, because I lost the other part of the Victoria motto. Like, I took half of it and put it in the kit and left the other half put up, you know? And then I went to go pull it out because I needed more and I cannot find it anywhere. So I've had to kind of do some substitutions there. Okay. Ariel helps our kingdom keepers and tells them, we know who you are. We are most grateful for what you are doing. We all, any of us, will do whatever we can to keep the magic. The magic is what feeds us. Stitch 300 stitches on a project that feeds your soul.
So many, almost every project except the ones that I don't like feed my soul. So I think I might go with, oh, it keeps clicking on things when I don't want it to. This one, which is Alice from Mirabilia, because I really find she is a pretty lady and she's quite enjoyable to stitch on. So can you see her now?
Oh, she's pretty.
She's very pretty, so I might do Alice.
Okay.
So I'm going to do potion. Oh gosh, you can't see that.
Make the screen a little less. There you
Oh,
go.
that's better. That's definitely soul feeding for you.
No, that's my
Oh.
work. Potion keeper,
That'd be pretty.
because dragons feed my soul. And I reckon potions would as well.
Okay. I have two, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. So it's Hallmark is having their Christmas movie marathon in July, so I'm actually wearing my Hallmark Christmas movie shirt. So I could do my Advent animals, or I could also do my magic study piece. I just love this piece. I love the colors. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whichever one I'm feeling. Christmas or magic. Sammy.
I am going to use Pretty Little Paris. And that's because it feeds my soul right now because I want to go back so badly and I can't, so I'm just going to have to put up with stitching it. All right, and then the last one is a
Movie.
movie. Our World Showcase tour takes us to Italy this month. Please watch one of the movies and show a starting point of your stitching and an ending point. I should clarify that you need a picture of your whip and the movie in the picture together. I ran into a few last month where they just posted pictures of their whip. How am I supposed to know you actually watch a movie? Okay, so the movies you can choose from this month are Captain America, Pinocchio, Kim Possible, Lizzie McGuire the movie, and Cars 2.
We had a very hard time finding movies set in Italy.
Whoa.
This is why there is a very eclectic.
Yeah,
Eclectic.
but it's kind of nice because it's not all the super cartoony or the princessy.
Mhm.
You know, it gives other stitchers more options.
And I've never seen I've never seen an Avenger movie ever.
Yeah, I've seen all those.
So I guess I'm gonna have to do I'm guessing I'm going to watch an Avenger movie. I've never seen one.
Could always watch Kim Possible.
Kim Possible had a movie. Maybe I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Kim Possible had a movie.
Maybe I didn't see the movie. Maybe I only saw the TV show. Okay, so that is the end of extra credit for School Magical Stitches. Again, we don't have it. Enchanted didn't put any of their stuff up today. I want to touch on the fact that there are a few stitching wars that are about to start, both Myth and Magic stitches and Dragon Lore. They both are, it's a game. It's you're in a clan and you're competing against other people using your stitching, or you're a villager and you're providing things to whichever clan you want to support. Both of them run pretty similarly, and I think they're both starting July 1st. I know I'm not in Dragon Lore, but I know it's the same premise as Myth and Magic. Myth and Magic stopped filling clans, so you would have to be a villager for this round, but it's going to be all out madness because there's what, 25 clans?
Yeah, 24,
Yeah,
25.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Lisa, you have a team, right? You're the halflings.
Halflings, yeah. So we have a group of virtual stitchers who are in the halfling team, and we have virtuals in the other teams as well. Do you remember which ones, Sammy?
Giants?
Giants,
Giants
yes.
and there's another one. Centaurs?
Is it the vampires?
Which ones?
That's group.
Yeah.
I think
Megan?
I think they've
Megan's the giants.
yeah, I think they've started some, a couple of them have joined different ones.
Hmm.
Well,
So-
and I know that if you want to take on those crazy leaders at Semi-Sane, they are a group of
Yes, they
Group
are.
of what?
Gorgons,
Gorgons.
What's a Gorgon?
like Medusa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
So those are two options of somewhere you can go to make your stitching count for something.
And you can use stitch on any project you want, and you just do a certain number of stitches, get an ingredient, and give it to whoever you want to give it to.
But you also have to remember that every day they give you a number that you have to put on your piece of paper, and your stitches do not count unless you have that number.
I love that. No cheating.
No cheating. Whipco.
We've got-
Jessie Marie called new numbers. We had numbers 5 and 8, which for me, is anybody else doing Whipco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I get to start Nantucket Rose,
Ooh, she's gorgeous.
and for Joan Elliott July, very excited about that. I'm starting Fire Goddess. So those are mine.
So everybody plays Whipco a little differently. It's all in how you do it. Like mine is just to try and finish it by the end of the year. Some people try and hit those goals within the month. Hers are all new starts. It's different. So I'm actually going to show you my Whipco board because I have it printed here. And so 5 is House Targaryen, which I've already hit the goal for this year because it was just a page finish. So I'll be able to mark that one out. And 8 is, 5, 6, 7, 8 is, what's that say? Pretty Little Paris, which my goal is a finish on it. So it may
Ooh.
there'll be a little bit before that gets to get marked off.
Sorry, my computer was dying. I had to bend over and get my new.
Harriet, do you have Whipco?
Yes. Oh, there's Puppy
Yeah, she wanted to cuddle.
Dog. She's very cute. So my number 5 was to complete 2 dinosaurs on the A to Z of dinosaurs, and I've done 6. So I actually had that on there 4 times. So I completed 3 of the 4. Only 2 have been called though. And then my number 8 was to finish Violet, and pretty close on that one. So,
Yep.
and
So-
I'm by the end of the year.
Are you
What?
just finishing? Do you have to finish the beating for it to be considered finished for Whipco?
Well, Violet, I'm not actually beating. I've changed it all to Petite Treasure Braid, except for the beads around the wing, and it will include the beading, which is why Celtic Spring's not marked off as being done.
And Lisa, are you doing Whipco?
No.
Okay. All right. We briefly went, or most of us went over our UNO plans next month, or it's pronounced Uno, but the way they do the dash makes me think no. Anyway, Harriet, do you have anything picked out for that for next month? No.
No, it was one too many challenges, and it got a bit overwhelming for me. So I've withdrawn from a few recently.
I think it's gonna move kind of quickly. So
I think
yeah.
so too.
Mm.
What else do we got? We're Oceania.
Yes, Oceania. I don't know,
Yeah.
Vicky and I have got that.
I've got that pulled up. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Are you doing that too, Harriet? Just so we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go
For
around in a
Semi-Sane?
circle. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you say it? Oceania?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one Stitch 5,000 stitches on anything you want. You have to stitch any of the 3 following specifically related to Oceania for 3 entries. Stitch at least 1,000 stitches on anything having to do with either country in Oceania.
So I'm going to do Anzac because it has 2 of the main Oceania countries in it.
Mhm.
Harriet?
Yeah, I'm doing Anzac. It's the easiest choice.
I don't have Anzac, so I picked. What did I pick? Hang on.
You want to borrow
Oh.
mine?
Huh?
Said you want to borrow mine?
No. I would probably mess up yours. I think I picked my Advent animals because a kangaroo, right?
Mm.
Kangaroo would
Yep.
fit.
Yeah.
Kitty kangaroo, yeah.
Yep, that works.
Sammy?
I don't do those,
Oh, I like these.
but I guess I could pick Anzac for that one. 'Cause I have
You could.
Okay. Oceania is composed of 2 countries, New Zealand and the continent of Australia. New Zealand is made up of 2 islands, North Island and South Island. Stitch at least 1,000 stitches on a whip with 2 to 4 parts. Not yearly sales with 12 parts and not 2 to 4 pages. It can only have 2 to 4 parts.
I would do my Spooky Hollow because it came in 4 parts.
I would do.
You can copy me in just a second. I can tell you what I'm going to do.
Yeah, okay.
Because I did not know. I had to sit there and I was going over it and going over it. And I was on Virtual Stitchers on Zoom tonight. And someone's like, was it you, Sammy? Who said, don't forget, you can do one of your Celtic ladies because they're in 4.
No, they're in 5.
No, there's 4. Celtics,
There's
right?
5.
5.
Celtic Noel.
Oh, crap.
There's 5 of them. Sorry.
Never mind. Oh, wait. I can do my
could you
fire goddess. I can do my fire goddess because there's 4 elements.
Yeah, but she has a lot more goddesses. She has like wind and rain and goddess clouds. Like, do they
not
count
helping.
as part?
No, I'm only using the elements. I'm only using the elements, the 4 elements.
But wind is air.
There's an air goddess.
Could I do this one, do you think? Because there's 2 mermaids, or is that they're not part? They're not really parts.
They're not
are
parts.
they?
No. I could.
I could do the reader because there's 4 of those ones.
Oh, I could do the reader too.
There you go. You sorted.
Yeah.
And it fits
So
for
that's
Joan Elliott
the reader.
July.
That works.
And it
And
fits for
because-
Joan Elliott July. So let me
Because
write
I
that
can
down.
count now, I could also have done my Do Re Mi because it came in 4 patterns.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do the Spooky Hollow because I need to do it.
And I could do the laundry company set because the main set is 3, which fits, but it also came with a mystery set, which is a 4. So
Cool.
3 to 4.
All right. New Zealand has the southernmost part vineyards in the world, and Australia has over 60 wine regions. Stitch at least 1,000 stitches on a whip with wine.
Okay. This would enable me to double dip, hence my
You have
plans.
something with wine?
I do have something with wine, believe it or not. I had to look very hard. So I'm going to show you. But I found that in my collection of eclectic whips, oh, not that one. Where's it gone? Probably going the wrong way. Summer on the M there, a grapevine with grapes. And that counts.
But it's not wine.
No, but it can be grapes or wine.
Oh, can I? Do I
You
have
got
grapes in anything?
Okay, I have an idea. Does this count? This is really, really. I did message Lucy to see if I could use a teacup because I drink my if I was going to drink something, I would probably drink it out of a coffee mug or a teacup
And
because
she
I don't
said
have
no.
wine glasses. I'm not a drinker.
Did she say no?
She hasn't messaged me back yet.
I feel like that's cheating,
I know.
messaging Lucy.
Would Pierre work? He's not really holding a wine glass. He's holding a martini glass though. Would that work?
Well, you could have wine in his martini.
He's holding a fancy glass. Would that work?
Better than a teacup.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do Pierre then. If it counts, it counts. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least I'll get 1,000 stitches in.
That's the right attitude.
I don't know
Remember
that I
you-
have anything with wine.
And that's why it's good you only have to do 3 out of the 5.
Oh, I do.
Found something.
Sorry.
Would
This is Life's an Open Book Paris. There is, I gotta move it, I can't see, a wine bottle right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and another one on the picnic thing, I think.
Any wine goblets? Well, I could also do my castle because my castle has wine cask. So if they're called cask, that hold the wine.
Are there
Harriet,
any,
are you
yeah, any goblets in any of your hates?
are you still looking, Harriet?
um
Are you doing Once Upon a Fairy Tale?
no, I sin binned. Not sin binned, I just put that one away. It's not gonna get worked on. But I don't think I'll do this prompt.
All right.
Wine's a bit hard for me.
So the next one is 80% of animals in Australia are unique to Australia. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a whip with something with an animal unique to a certain part of the world.
Okay, wow, that is. You're not going to guess what I'm going to work on, and it's not Anzac.
Either amazing animals.
I'm going to be different for a change. Lately, I'm going to do my amazing animals because there's lots of animals. They're unique, but in particular, we have a kangaroo there for Oceania. So amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf for me.
I'm stitching on Anzac. I'm not
Yeah.
being unique. I'm just Anzac.
Well, that's 2,000 stitches on Anzac for you.
Yeah.
I'm either going to work on my advent animals or I'm going to work on my Yellowstone because it has bison and I think bison are, amazing creatures. Sammy.
I'm sorry. What's the question? I have a sick kid. She's texting me.
Animals.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's just got a little bit of a tongue bug. Okay, animals. I have so many of those.
Which one do you want to work on?
Unique animals.
A unique animal.
My
Like a slug.
The sloths.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Your what?
Tired trio.
Oh, yes, salties. All right, and here is the last one. The Sydney Opera House with its shell-like roof is an iconic landmark in Australia. Do at least 1,000 stitches on a whip with shells or related to music.
Okay, so I can double up my beach cottage because it has shells on it. But I could also do music and work on sing-a-song sampler.
I will stitch on a mermaid probably because they all have shelves. They all have shelves on them.
Shell jewelry.
Yeah, they all have shells on them.
So I would probably stitch on George because, every time I see George in the flag, I think Star Spangled Banner, My Country 'Tis of Thee, our patriotic songs.
I would use Shores of Hawker and Hollow because it has shells.
Cool.
Okay, we have done Semi-Sane. We have done.
There's also the mythological group are doing a Stitch Your Own Adventure challenge, something different this month. So if you want something else to do, you can check them out. And I haven't looked into it much yet, but it sounds like fun. you make a decision which way to go and you follow what it says to do.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
So I'm going to give it a go. But before I can look and see what I need to do, you have to gather ingredients and do 100 stitches on, you know, something with, I don't know, a shield, something with wood. I can't remember what they are. So there's 5 things you got to do 100 stitches on. Could be fun.
Cool.
And Full Coverage Fanatics has bingo next month. So you have to find certain things in your full coverage pieces only and do 1,000 stitches on each one.
And if you don't have it, you have to do 2.
Oh, wow. That's good. That'll get a lot done.
Yeah, I'm having to do 2 new starts for this one.
Oh, damn.
So, anything else?
Full Coverage has their monthly one, but I don't know what it is. I can look really fast if you want me to.
Okay. I can't think of anything else. Am I saying?
No, we've done WIPCO. We've done that. Next week we'll have we'll have the Cross Stitch Daily 30s.
Yep, and probably
monthly.
the Enchanted monthlies.
Right. And just to put our normal disclaimer out there, Cross Stitch and Daily 30 is a closed group. They're not accepting invites or anything like that right now. Also, I believe Semi Sane is the same way. They are not accepting any new members. So when we discuss these groups, it's for the people that are in there or to explain how double dipping works in case you want to use it between 2 other groups. It's just trying to show you how we think about things when we sit down to try and figure out how we're gonna organize our week and get through and not overwhelm ourselves, because I know all these challenge groups can be very overwhelming, and what you need to remember is only do what you can do. Don't stress yourself out. I use this as a guideline. What do I want to stitch this week? Well, maybe this challenge will help me figure it out. It's not life or death. I mean, you're not getting anything from it. I'm not going to pay you to play, okay? So
Wait,
Yeah, no.
So my check's not coming in the mail? What?
No,
Right.
that's all we ever ask you to do. Do what you can do, especially in Magical Stitches. Don't pressure yourself. It's fine. If you need to take some time off, take some time off. It's okay. We will always be here.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.